Hi there, my name is Matt Sierra and this is Business 2.0, this program when we're talking about how to earn more, spend in a more intelligent way and just live a better life. And today we're gonna think mainly about how to earn more, because what today I'm gonna tell you is that there is the only one single way to get rich, and it's nothing connected with some kind of law of attraction that you have to sit down with your eyes closed and think about the dream catalog and wait till the moment that the world sends you your great cars and houses and travels and so on. No bullshit. I'm gonna talk to you about business, about the business perspective, because looking on it, on the richness from the business perspective, there's only one simple thing. It's simple, which doesn't mean it's easy, because we've got various limits in our heads, especially related to the fact that we had schools. We are graduated, which means that we heard a lot of bullshit related to money. The main bullshit is that in order to get money, you've got to work, which means that you've got to change your hours, your time for money. Well, it doesn't work this way, because if it did, then all the richest guys on the planet, like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, they would have their schedule of 100,000 hours per month. But probably it doesn't look this way. So there's only one way to get richer, to earn more, and this way is called scalability, which means scaling up what you're doing. And there are two ways to do it, only two ways, depending on what exactly you're doing in your life or on what you would like to do in your life. So the first option, it's a bit harder, but I guess for the most of the people it's gonna be the necessity to use the first one. The first option is for all of the people who are really exchanging their hours into money, into cash. So for example, you're a doctor and someone is paying to visit you and to get some kind of help, or you're giving the messages, or your language teacher. So you're changing your hours, exchanging them into cash. So here the scalability means that, well, you're not gonna scale up the number of your hours. Well, you can do it a little, but only a little. You can scale up to work 300 hours per month until the wheel of suicide comes. So I guess that's not the best option. But yeah, in fact, you could scale up it a little, but the truth is that scalability here lies somewhere different, in a different place. This place is called being an expert. So you've got to learn how to promote yourself, how to promote your name, how to create the name of the expert. And then if when they see that you're really pretty good, that you're a great doctor, that you're a great physician, that you're a great dietitian, that you're a great language teacher, then you can charge more. So instead of $20, you're gonna earn $1,000 per hour. For some of you, it's absurd. How can I charge $1,000 per hour? The question is, do you think there is at least one single person who would like to pay Brad Pitt $1,000 to pass 1 hour with him? At least one person in the world. I guess there are much more. of them. So, but Brad Pitt is too rich to charge $1,000 per hour. Yeah, isn't he? Which means that it is possible. Maybe not in every industry, maybe not in every single topic, in every single thing that you can do in your life, but in most of them, it is really possible to create the name so strong that you can charge much, much more. So that's the first way to get rich, is to learn how to organize the marketing of your name, how to do something called personal branding. This is not easy. It requires a lot of learning. It requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of time invested also. Yeah, so because you're not gonna create your personal brand within 1 week, probably it's gonna last at least 6 months, 12 months, 2 years from time to time. Yeah, and then you've always got to reinforce this brand. But you can do it. It's possible. Yeah, it's learnable. So for some of you, that's the solution. But there's also the second one, which is much easier in practice because the probability of success here are 100 times bigger, but it's tougher from the mental point of view because no one told us about this solution. And this solution is scaling up your products or services, not your time, not your price. So it means, well, I'm gonna show you what it means because it's super easy. Yeah, I've created the book about managing time. So this book has more than 400 pages and it's been sold more or less 12,000 times. How is it possible? Well, it is obvious. Yeah, because I can call the printing office and tell them prepare 1,000 more pieces. Why? Because I'm running out of stock. And this is it. As easy, as simple as that. Because this is not my time. My time was invested once. Preparing the book, researching the stuff, writing it, and so on. And then the chapter was closed. Yeah, my work was done. And then the work of other people started, and this is that kind of work which can be duplicable, which can be multiplied in infinite number of times. Yeah, because if one day I'm gonna have such success that I'm gonna need 1 million copies, then I'm gonna just call the printing office and tell them give me 1 million copies. And that's gonna last 15 seconds to do it, then another 15 seconds to pay the invoice, and that's gonna be it. Nothing more, because I'm not exchanging my hours. I'm exchanging my book, which is a product which is scalable, which can be copied 100,000 times or millions of times. The book is one example of such a thing. But think about the richest people in the world. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Are they super intelligent? Well, they kind of bright guys, yeah, of course. But do you really think that Bill Gates is 10 times more intelligent than you are? I wouldn't be as convinced. Especially listening to him from time to time, then no. So maybe they are super moral. Yeah, like they are superior from the moral point of view, and that's why they're rich. Well, definitely I wouldn't say so. Some of them, maybe not all, but some of them are pure assholes. Yeah, like, well, Bill Gates has no problems creating GMO shit food. So I would have problems doing that. He doesn't. Well, it's even worse. He's created Windows. How could you call a moral person someone who created Windows. No, just no. So it's not about morality. Maybe they work more. Bill Gates is working 100 times more than you. Yeah, or he's working 1 million hours per month. No, I don't think so. So maybe their hours are super expensive. So Bill Gates comes to his company and charges $1 million per hour. No, it's not this. So what is it? Scalability of the product or service. That's it, like always. So Bill Gates is rich because he's created Windows, and Windows is a piece of software which can be copied and sold billion times. That's it, as simple as that. Elon Musk is super rich because he's created Tesla, and this is a car. This can be created 100,000 times without his additional time invested. That's it. That's why he's rich. Jeff Bezos created the shop which takes advantage of all of the products which could be copied and multiplied. That's why he's rich. And that's it. And if you take the list of 100 richest people in your country, all of them create something that could be created 100,000 times. All of them. There's no exception. Is it by accident? Or maybe, just maybe, this is the solution to the problem called how to get rich. Not thinking about it, not attracting it to your life, but creating the product or service which could be created 10,000 times more later on. That's it. Nothing more there. So, resuming, there is only one way to get rich in your life, which is scalability. Scaling up what you're doing. And then there are only two ways to do scalability. The first one is for all the people who are doing something, changing their hours per money. Some of them really like doing what they're doing, which means that I wouldn't advise them to change it. But I would advise them to add the second option too, like a book or another product. But still, for some of you, the solution is scale up the amount of money you're gonna get for each hour. How to do it? The only way I know is to create a strong name, to create a personal brand of the expert. When you become expert, you can charge more. You're not gonna charge more because you wanna charge more. You can only charge more when you're well known in your industry, in your small branch, in your niche, but you've got to create your name, the name that could be paid more. So that's the first solution. And the second one, which gives you much more probabilities, because most of the riches in the world, of the rich people in the world, are the people who chose the second way. So that's also not an accident, I would say. So the second way is scale up the product or service. So create only something that is duplicable, that is multiplicable. If your service is, for example, I don't know, doing something which is very particular, I would call it, for example, if you've got a marketing agency, yeah, and then some company comes and becomes your customer, and they want you to make some kind of Facebook campaign for them, this is not scalable product or service, because you can't copy it 10,000 times. You've got to sit down with them, think about their company, think about their products, then do tests on Facebook, using Facebook ads, checking what works, what doesn't work. It's nothing like that you've got 100 more customers like this and you just click. Okay, another customer. Click, and that's your product, that's your service. No, you've got to sit down with every one of them, work with every one of them, and again, if your time is not very expensive, it's not gonna make you rich. So in order to get rich, you've got to scale up your products or services, but not every type of product and service is scalable, because there are some which are so individual, which are so specific to each and every client, that you rather get old than rich trying this way. Which means that probably for some of you, becoming the expert, which means promoting yourself, learning something more about personal branding, is the way, but also adding some products which are scalable, like books, like video courses, like bricks, houses, whatever, but something that could be copied 10,000 times. So it's kind of better service like Microsoft Windows, which could be just copied, than service like marketing agency, help, because it requires time, and time passed with each and every customer. I guess you get it, and it's as easy, but it took me personally years to be very strict about picking up the products. Like, I've known it for many years, but I needed even more years to put out of my head all the ideas of exchanging my time for money, and of exchanging and of creating the services which were too individual, too specific, instead of something that could be copied like McBurger. Yeah, that's it. So think about burgers. Of course, not literally, because that's shit, but still think about burgers in business. Yeah, I wanna find out what could be my burger in my company in order to create 100,000 pieces. That's the solution. Thanks for watching. Share it with your friends who also want to get rich and think they're gonna do it by some law of attraction of other shit, in order for them to get real, to get down to earth. And give me a comment, give me a subscription, and see you in a week. And below this video you're gonna download the free bonus which I've prepared for you. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.